Guess what? The world of football can actually sometimes bring joy, fame, and of course celebration. But behind the bright light and rolling with crowns, serious events are unfolding that shake the spores of its core. One of Africa's most recognized players, ladies and gentlemen, a Ghanaian midfielder specifically, now playing in Spain, is facing serious legal trouble in United Kingdom. Authorities have accused him of multiple counts of sexual assault, leading to an ongoing court process that has captured international attention. This is actually a story of fame, responsibility, and of course the weight of actions. A player who once dazzled fans with skill and of course speed now finds himself at the center of a serious criminal investigation. The case actually began after complaints were filed involving several alleged victims. The accusations are grave and the legal system in UK is treating them with the seriousness they demand. The Ghanaian midfielder, ladies and gentlemen, has recently moved from England to a Spanish national club. His transfer came after news of the first legal charges became public. Despite public concerns and of course debates among fans, the Spanish club decided to sign him on a 2-year contract, trusting in the principle of being innocent until proven guilty, ladies and gentlemen. Yet, even with this support, the shadow of the accusations followed him across countries. In England, the legal process began with charges involving 5 counts of rape and of course 2 counts of sexual assault. The player has pleaded not guilty to these initial accusations, ladies and gentlemen. The court continues the examined evidence and of course testimonies, following the rule of law step by step. These events remind us that no matter the level of fame or skill, everyone must be accountable to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, his journey back to Spain after leaving England was actually difficult. On the field, he struggled to find his rhymed. Playing time was actually limited and of course performances did not actually match his earlier form. Coaches noted that the pressure of legal issues and public attention affected both his mindset and of course performance. Beyond football, ladies and gentlemen, this story highlights an important moral lesson. Actions have consequences and of course decisions made in private can actually have public consequences. Fame does not actually shield or protect anyone from the law. Respect, responsibility, and of course integrity remain central values of everyone, regardless of talent or status. Now, precious audience, guess what? We will actually look deeper, in a few seconds into the new charges he's actually facing, the separate legal case filed independently, and of course the timeline that has led to the upcoming court hearing. The story grows more complex, ladies and gentlemen, as authorities announced that the Ghanaian midfielder, specifically Thomas Partey, is now facing 2 new charges of rape, ladies and gentlemen. These are separate from the first case. The new accusations involved a complaint filed in 2020, independent of the ongoing trial. This means the legal scrutiny now extends to a third alleged victim, ladies and gentlemen. In the UK or United Kingdom, the law takes such matters seriously. Summons have been issued, and of course the player will actually appear in court again in London, ladies and gentlemen, on March 13 to respond to the new charges. The legal process is careful, examines every detail, statement, and of course this step-by-step process ensures fairness whilst holding individuals accountable. The club, ladies and gentlemen, specifically that is Villarreal, he now plays for in Spain, has not made a new public statement. Previously, they defended their decision to sign him, emphasizing that he remains innocent absolutely until proven guilty. Yet, this development, ladies and gentlemen, bring added pressure for both the player and the club. International reputation and of course trust are affected whenever serious legal issues reach the public eye. On the football side, ladies and gentlemen, his return to Spain has been difficult. Over 20 appearances have seen him start only a handful of games with limited minutes on the pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, coaches have highlighted challenges in adapting to team tactics and of course pace. These struggles, ladies and gentlemen, show or demonstrate how off-field issues can actually influence performance even for highly skilled athletes. This situation also teaches us about responsibility. Fame can actually bring opportunity, but it also demands accountability. Decisions in private can actually affect not only the individual but also teammates, fans, and of course organizations. The story reminds young athletes and of course viewers everywhere that integrity cannot actually be overlooked or ignored. Now, in few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, we will actually cover the ongoing court hearings, potential outcomes, and of course, what this means for both the player's career and the broader football community. The legal process continues to unfold. The Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey, already facing serious accusations, now prepares to respond to the 2 new charges. UK authorities are conducting a careful, detailed investigation. The aim is to determine the truth whilst ensuring justice for all involved. Court appearances in London are scheduled, and the player remains out on bail from the first case. Legal experts stress that these processes can actually take time. Each hearing examines evidence, listening to testimonies, and considers context. The principle of innocence until proven guilty remains central, even as public attention grows. Meanwhile, the football world watches closely. Coaches, teammates, and of course clubs are affected by the media attention and of course ongoing uncertainty. Fans have expressed mixed reactions or responses. Some defend the presumption of innocence, whilst others question the impact on the club and of course the sports image. It is important or very essential to remember that these situations, ladies and gentlemen, involve real people and of course serious matters. Allegations of this kind are never simple. They affect victims, families, and of course the wider community. Legal systems exist to carefully weigh evidence and reach fair conclusions. At this point, we actually invite you to make sure that you do your needful to support this political community by subscribing and turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever we actually drop new amazing analytical developments about the continent of Africa. Off the field, the player continues to face challenges or difficulties, performance struggles, limited time game time, and of course public scrutiny all intersect. His journey reminds us that talent cannot actually protect anyone from accountability, and that maintaining discipline and respect of the field is as important as a skill on it. As the court process moves forward, attention turns to the potential outcomes or results. The Ghanaian midfielder, specifically Thomas Partey, faces a complex legal situation with multiple cases being examined. Each hearing will actually determine whether evidence is sufficient to proceed to trial or lead to other judicial steps. The situation affects both the player and his club. Villarreal continues to navigate the balance between supporting a player under legal scrutiny and of course upholding or supporting the club's reputation. Football fans around the world, ladies and gentlemen, are reminded that the sport does not actually exist in isolation. Okay, every action both on and of course off the field can actually have lasting consequences or results. For young athletes or football players, ladies and gentlemen, and of course you viewers, the story carries important lessons. Responsibility, integrity, and of course respect are not optional. Fame and talent may create opportunities, but they do not exempt anyone from the law. Every decision matters, and of course accountability remains a core value of everyone. The Ghanaian midfielders will now return to Spain, okay, and his struggles on the field to further illustrate the human impact of illegal challenges. Performance is actually affected, pressure grows, and focus can actually waver. This situation reminds us that personal actions can actually shape professional life in profound ways. As investigations continue and court hearings progress, it is important to stay informed. Facts matter, fairness matters, and of course respecting legal process ensures justice for all. Thank you so much for staying with us. See you in the next upload. Don't forget to actually join this community by liking and subscribing.